Very good morning, students. Beta, as you all know that till now we have completed 30 questions of this exercise 5.1 chapter 5 of your mathematics. Today I am going to explain you question number 31, 32, 33, 34 and few some basic extra questions. Clear बच्चे? Now just have a look out over here. Show that the function defined by fx is equal to cos x square is a continuous function. What we have to do बच्चा? We have to show that this fx is equal to this function is a continuous function. Clear? This is what we have to show, that fx is equal to cos x square is a continuous function. For this, what we will do? First of all, we will do let fx is equal to cos x square, and then we will do gx is equal to cos x. We will take two different functions. It is already been given in question. Then we will do gx is equal to cos x, and this let will come over here. Clear? This is already given in question. Then you will do let gx is equal to cos x and hx is equal to x square. Clear my students? Now बच्चे, your g of h into x, it will be is equal to h of x into g of x. That will give you cos x square. That will give you cos x square. Now you already know that. What you already know? बच्चे, you already know that cos x is a continuous function. Cos x is a continuous function. This we already know. We also know that x square is a continuous function. We also know that x square is a continuous function. Now बच्चे, I have told you that as per the algebra of continuous functions, what I have told you, as per the algebra of continuous functions, multiplication of, what I have told you, multiplication of two continuous functions will also be continuous. This already I have told you before also. Once again I have told you so that you don't have any kind of problem in understanding. So बच्चे, as I have written here, this is a continuous function, this is a continuous function. Then finally the function obtained by multiplication of these two functions. Clear? Finally the function obtained by multiplication of these two functions will also be continuous. Therefore finally we can say that g and h both are continuous for all x belong to R. What we can say? G and h both are continuous for all x belong to R. Now I am moving to next question. That is your question number 32. In this question बच्चे, the question is saying show that the function defined by fx is equal to modulus of cos x, this is the symbol of modulus, is a continuous function. What you have to show? Show that the function defined by fx is equal to modulus of cos x is a continuous function. Now how will we moving to this question बच्चे? First we will write down let gx is equal to mod of x and hx is equal to cos x. As we have done the 31 questions, similarly we will write down two separate functions out of this given function fx, that is g of x is modulus of x and hx is equal to cos x. Clear बच्चे? Now what we will write f of x, and how we will write f of x? We will write f of x is equal to goh into bracket of s, which means that if hx is a function, then of that if we are doing multiplication by gx, we get in this form. And finally g of cos x. What is g of cos x? That is this. Clear? Again using that above rule only, which I have used in above part, what I will be doing, I will be just first tell you that cos x is a continuous function. Cos x is a continuous function, and बच्चे your x is also a continuous function. Your x is also a continuous function. Now using your this rule, this is the rule which I am writing here. As per this rule बच्चे, multiplication of two continuous functions will also be continuous. What is this meaning? It means बच्चे, जब दो कंटिन्यूस फंक्शंस को हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं और मल्टीप्लाई करके जो आंसर आता है वो आंसर भी कंटिन्यूस हो जाएगा. क्लियर? अगर हम दो कंटिन्यूस फंक्शंस को मल्टीप्लाई कर दें तो आंसर में जो आएगा बेटा मल्टीप्लाई करके, वो आंसर भी कंटिन्यूस हो जाएगा. Therefore gx is equal to this, that already I have told you, and h of x is equal to cos x. Both are continuous for x belong to R. It means your g of x is also a continuous function. However, we can write it down, fx is equal to g of h into x, and modulus of cos x mod is a continuous for all values of x belong to R. Clear my dear students? Understood बच्चे? Two different type of questions we have done today based on the algebra of continuous function. Based on the algebra of continuous function. What is the algebra of continuous function beta? Once again I am going to tell you. First of all, when two continuous functions are added, they give the result, and that result obtained by adding two functions will also be continuous. मैं हिंदी में बताती हूँ अब आपको. जब किन्हीं दो कंटिन्यूस फंक्शंस को ऐड कर दिया जाता है और ऐड करने पर जो आंसर आता है वो भी कंटिन्यूस होता है. रूल नंबर 2 ऑफ अलजेब्रा. Rule number 2 of algebra is when two continuous functions are subtracted, the result obtained by the subtraction will also be continuous. मतलब अगर दो continuous functions को subtract कर दिया जाए तो subtract करके जो आंसर आएगा बेटा वो भी क्या होगा? कंटिन्यूअस, वो भी क्या होगा, कंटिन्यूअस। एंड बच्चे अगर दो कंटिन्यूअस फंक्शंस को मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया जाए और मल्टीप्लाई करके जो आंसर आएगा वो भी क्या होगा, कंटिन्यूअस। एंड सिमिलर इज फॉर योर डिवीजन ऑल्सो, एंड सिमिलर वन इज फॉर योर डिवीजन ऑल्सो। नाउ आई एम मूविंग टू योर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन बच्चे, एंड दैट क्वेश्चन इज योर क्वेश्चन नंबर 33. What is that question? That is your question number 33. What about this question बच्चे? This question is saying examine if sine modulus of x is a continuous function. What we will be doing here, as we have done in cos x part, similarly let gx is equal to sin x and h of x is equal to modulus of x, g of h into x is equal to g of h into x is equal to g of modulus of x. However बच्चे, again I am telling you once, see over here what I am writing. Beta your gx is equal to sin x is always continuous, is always continuous. Already proved so many times, already proved so many times. And बच्चे your h of x is equal to mod x is also always continuous, is also always continuous. Already proved, already proved so many times. Along with this बच्चे, as per rule, if two continuous functions are multiplied and the result is obtained, then the result will also be continuous, then the result will also be continuous. What does this mean बच्चे? This means that अगर आप किसी भी दो continuous functions को multiply कर देते हो तो उसके बाद जो आंसर आता है वो भी क्या होता है, continuous functions. अब देखिए आपका sin of gx is continuous and this is also continuous, and what is this? This is multiplication of these two. So finally we can write that f of x is equal to g of h into x is equal to this is a continuous functions. Hope this part is clear to you बच्चे. Now I am moving to your next question, and that question is question number 34. What is your next question बच्चे? Your next question is question number 34. Now in this question, find all the points of discontinuity of this. You have to find that where this function is discontinuous. What we have to find, ये function जो है f(x) is equal to this, ये कहाँ पर discontinuous है. Discontinuous means ऐसे कौन से points हैं जहाँ पर ये continuous नहीं है. How we will be doing now? How we will start बच्चे? f(x) is equal to mod of x minus mod of x plus 1, that is when x is less than minus 1, what function we will get? If it is less than minus 1 बच्चे, we will get the minus sign over here. So modulus of x will be minus x, modulus of this will be minus of x plus 1. When I will solve, what I will get, there will come one more step will come, that I am writing over here. That is बच्चे x minus bracket of this minus will multiply by both these functions, so they will become minus x and minus 1. Now when this bracket will be removed, what this will become? Positive x and minus minus positive 1. Over here bacha, this is minus x, this is plus x. They both will cancel out, and after cancelling them, the result obtained is your 1. The result obtained is 1. Now we will take the function when it lies from 0 to minus 1. Clear? When it lies from 0 to minus 1, at this point your function will be minus of x, then it will be minus of x plus 1. Clear बच्चे? Because here we will take 1, we will take positive. So when we will take it positive and after opening the sign, यहाँ पर साइन ओपन करने के बाद minus x minus 1. When we will solve this, जब इसको solve करेंगे, minus minus x and minus x will added, they will give minus of 2x, and this is your minus 1 बच्चे, it will give minus 1. Clear my students? Now the next one is your when x is greater than equal to 0. At this, whenever we will take out the values from mod, we will take both the values as positive. Means here we will take mod of x is equal to x and mod of x plus 1, that will take as x plus 1. In this question what we have done, this part, in this part bacha, mod of x we have taken as minus x, and over here mod of x plus 1 we have taken minus of x plus 1. Why? Because there we were taking the value x less than minus 1, and in this case bache, what we are doing, that modulus of x we have taken as minus x, and modulus of x plus 1 we have taken as x plus 1. So these are very important things. You have to make a note of these somewhere in bubbles at side of your questions, so that in future you don't face any problem to write it down. Clear bache? Now let's come over here again. When I will solve it out, x minus of x plus 1, what it will give bache? It will give x minus 1. So when they both will be cancelled, what will be left? minus 1. What will be left? minus 1. ये आप correct कर लेना बच्चे notebook में, because PDF I have given in before only. So this part you correct, it will come minus 1 over here. So now your f of x will be, your function will be defined as like this: 1 comma if x is less than minus 1, and your function is like minus 2x minus 1 if your function lies between this interval, and your function will be minus 1 if your x is greater than 0. Clear bache? Now let's move to the next, that is x at x is equal to minus 1. Your LHL will be equal to limit of fx, x tends to minus 1 of negative, that will be limit x tends to minus 1 negative, that will give you 1. And then bache, RHL is equal to limit of x tends to minus 1 positive. We will take this function, and when we will take this function, we will get answer minus 2 into minus 1, then minus 1, that will be is equal to 1. How? Because before this step, one more step will come, that is minus and minus, it will give plus 2, minus 1, and then plus 2 and minus 1. After this you will get 1. Clear bache? Now your next is you will get the function value at minus 1. When you will do the function value at minus 1, what you will get? That your function, you choose your this function, and that your function is minus of 2x minus 1, again you will get 1. Here बच्चे as per case 1 at x is equal to minus 1, your f minus 1 value, your LHL value, your RHL value are all same. They all are same. You can see that 1 1 1 1, they all are same बच्चे. So if they all are same, what you can write that your f is continuous at x is equal to minus 1. What you can write? Your f is continuous at x is equal to 1. Now let's move to the next case of this question. In the next case of this question बच्चे, what it is saying that case 2 at x is equal to 0. Now we will check it at x is equal to 0. Here your LHL is equal to limit of x tends to 0 negative. This function we will choose, and when we will put the values we will get minus 1. F of 0 is minus 1 already as given in the question. You can check when your x value is equal to 0, your function value is defined as minus 1. See, when x is greater than or equal to 0, function is defined as minus 1. Clear बच्चे? Now we will come to your RHL part, and in your RHL part, limit of x tends to 0 positive of f of x will give you limit x tends to 0 positive of minus 1, that you will get minus 1. So again all these 3 points are same and they are giving you LHL is equal to RHL is equal to f of 0. So we can say that f is continuous at x is equal to 0, and from both case 1 and case 2 it can be said that there is no point of discontinuity. Hence your f is continuous for all x belong to R. Clear बच्चे? Now once I have given you one assignment of chapter number 3, that assignment I want to discuss a bit with you. That is, first question is define matrix with an example. In this you have to write the definition of matrix with the suitable example. Then is your row matrix. Here is the form of row matrix I have given to you, that it will have only one horizontal column. Then is बच्चे your column matrix. As per column matrix you will have only one vertical column. In zero matrix it can be of any form, any order, but all this will be in zero. So this will be your zero matrix. Now बच्चे, let me tell you a hint about your scalar matrix. Your scalar matrix is that type of square matrix which is always having order like 2 into 2, 3 into 3, 4 into 4, and the main thing of this is बच्चे, all the elements of diagonal. See over here, all the diagonal elements will always same and others will be zero. This is your scalar matrix. Then is your square matrix. What about your square matrix बच्चे? In your square matrix you will get the square matrices of either this form 2 into 2, like you can have A into A, B, C and D, this 2 into 2 form, or you can have of this form A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Means how many rows will be there, that much column will be there. And one important is there here, in square matrix your M and N both will be same. Then is your identity matrix. What is your identity matrix? It is a matrix in which it is a square matrix in which elements of your diagonals will be 1 and others will be 0, and you can see it can be of 2 into 2 form, it can be into 3 into 3 form. Then is your diagonal matrix बच्चे. Your diagonal matrix is all the elements except the diagonal will be 0 and it will be a form of square matrix type. Then is बच्चे your diagonal elements. What are your diagonal elements? Your whenever you have a matrix, all the elements which lie like this from left to right in this centrally, and they make the diagonal of that like square, and whatever lies on that diagonal they are called diagonal matrix. Then is बच्चे your skew symmetric matrix. The main purpose of this is that you must know whenever you the transpose of any matrix and you get the answer of like negative of A, means for example your matrix was A, B, C and D, and when you do its transpose you get minus of A, minus of B, minus of C, minus of D, then your matrix will be skew symmetric. And if by chance in any of the question your A is A, B, C and D, and when you do its transpose you get again A, B and C, in this case your A is equal to A dash, so you will have your symmetric matrix. Then next one is बच्चे, what is the order of your row matrix? As I have told you, your row matrix will be a single horizontal form written like this till n. So 1 into n will be your order of row matrix. What about your column matrix? Your column matrix will be a vertical column till m starting from 1. So it will be of the form m into 1. It will be of the form m into 1. And बच्चे question number 12, 13 and 14 you can do yourself. They are just for your practice and I hope you will be able to do them very nicely. You will be able to do. Now let me move to next question number 15. This type of question is also given in your NCERT book also. To solve these kind of questions बच्चे, you have to use a formula like this which I have written over here, that is number of all possible matrices will be equal to 2 to the power m into n. And what is this m into n? This is बच्चा order of the matrix. This is what? Order of the matrix. Suppose now if in this question you have to find out what you will use, 2 to the power 3 into 4, that is 2 to the power 12, and your this answer will be your exact answer of this question number 15. This was all about your today's class बच्चे. Thank you and have a nice day.